Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the Playmobil Ghostbusters set 9219, the Ghostbusters Firehouse. This could easily be one of my favorite Ghostbuster pieces in my entire collection. Just wow. Let's get some sizing and dimensions going for this firehouse, just in case you're wondering how tall it is. You can't see the top of the tape measure, but the firehouse stands at about 18 inches tall. It's a big build. Lengthwise, if I can get the tape measure going, you're looking at about 17 inches long from the front to the very back here. The build itself consists of 228 pieces, and to help assist with that, folks over at Playmobil include a rather easy to read, fairly straightforward to build instruction manual. I like also that it's a good size too, as opposed to a little small booklet, you know, again, that you flip the pages, they don't always stay flat. This is a nice large instruction guide, and kind of just showing you how everything comes together. I figured what we would do first is look at all the contents, then I would put them into the firehouse, and then you can kind of see how everything is set up, just in case I miss something. Why don't we first have a look at the figures that come included. We have Louis Tully, for example, and he comes with that little brain reading helmet that Egon Spangler puts on him. Some of these things actually require sticker application. For example, things such as the helmet do not. The posability on all the figures, the head rotates, arms rotate, hands, and you've got your hinge going there as well on the legs. Louis Tully looks quite good, even better with the helmet included. And we'll put him over there. Moving on, we have Ray Stantz. It's neat that this one actually has fully sculpted hair as opposed to the flat hair, or that little flat, well, let me show you what I'm talking about here with Louis. Take the head off. Generally, a lot of times they have like that little peg on the top here. Ray, on the other hand, here has fully sculpted hair all the way around, which looks good. Let's go ahead and put the helmet back on Louis. There we go. And we'll put Ray over there. Comes also included with the library ghost. Very neat. I like how it's got that translucent pink plastic. Same posability. Again, just because it's got the dress though, you can still move the legs together. Like the coloring also in the purple. Face looks really good too. And the back. Moving along, we have Janine. From Ghostbusters 2, actually, Janine, with the longer hair. More of a hipper looking Janine with the bright green dress here. And the glasses on the face. And lastly, but certainly not least, we have a jacketed Egon Spangler, which you can go ahead and take. Comes with this light band you can put on top of his head, so he's got the little light shining out. Looks quite good. Alright, so those are your figures. You get a total of 5 of them. And then you have all this extra stuff, which again will be put into the firehouse in a second, but I figured it would just probably be easier to talk about them first, then we'll put them into the firehouse. So, for example, you could put in the room with Egon the little monitor that shows the terror dog. And it's got real working drawers. There's not really a lot of things that you could put in the drawer. Let's see if I can actually take, one of the things is like the PKE meter. I put the PKE meter in the drawer. Let's see if it actually fits. Ah, okay, you can actually put that in there. That's neat. 3 working drawers. Before I forget about it. Of course, the PKE meter, which we've seen released with a couple of the sets now. Okay, Comes with a couple of little carts. One has the little meter paper, that little paper printout. It says Ghostbusters on the top there. A couple of stickers I had to apply there. I really like actually how some of the pieces come together. Like all the little knobs, for example, are the piece underneath, and then there's just the holes on the top gray parts. When you put it on top, the knobs end up sticking out. It's very simple in design, but I quite like that. Rolling wheels on the cart, so it rolls quite easily. Put that over there. I've also got like a little tray, like another rolling tray on wheels, and this is kind of where I put a lot of the smaller things for the time being. So for example, got a little microscope. I'm assuming this to be a little jar of slime. Does look quite good. A couple of these little beakers. I couldn't fit both of them actually on the cart, but a couple of beakers of various shapes and sizes. I think that's a beaker, isn't it? And you got a little tray of test tubes. The test tubes can be removed. You get 2 clear and 1 green. Again, I just kind of put them all on this cart so you can see probably a little bit easier. Then we have a larger little storage container. Clear plastic. Trying to keep track of everything so I don't miss anything. We have a proton pack. Proton wand. That's made several appearances. Proton stream. That can attach to the end. Okay. Let's see. We've got like one of these little ghost detecting. I don't think it actually has a name, but comes included with that. Of course, a proton, a ghost trap, which has the same hole in the inside there. Plank your ghost right in there. I like that all the sets kind of have ghost tools, you know, ghost busting equipment. So you're never short on things like traps and stuff like that. A pizza. Who's hungry? A pizza, which has, let me see if I can open it up there. Applied some stickers there as well. That looks like ham, mushrooms. The pizza place that they ordered from apparently doesn't know how to slice. I mean, they just threw the whole peppers in there. I see tomato, pepperoni, maybe some smaller cut peppers, onions. I don't know if that would be a medium or a large. It can be removed. Whoops, and not dropped. It can be removed, not dropped. And the lid goes over top. Pizza sticker I put on the top there. A little stool. A chair. And you can take all these figures and you can just, you know, you can sit them on the things, which I probably will do when we have a look at everything kind of together. A chair, probably for Janine. A drawer, Chester drawer, which these drawers do open. They're a little on the difficult side, I have to admit. Helps also if you have nails, which unfortunately I don't at the moment, but all the drawers do open, all 4 of them. Again, you could probably put some stuff in there. I don't know really, not really a lot of small things in this set. A bookcase, perfect for basically a lot of the stuff we were just looking at. Janine's desk, right there. I've quit better jobs than this. Along with that, a monitor, right there, which you can put on top. A keyboard, of course, a phone. Ghostbusters. Yes, we're back. This is a rubber. And clips very easily in place. A frying pan, because they have to eat after all. A saucepan, which I could probably put on the shelves. Let's see what else. A file folder with Ghostbusters on the one side, Playmobil on the other. Flip that around. Designs for the Ecto 1, the Proton Pack, the Ghost Trap. Slimer's there as well. A very small book, Tobin's Spirit Guide. Of course, required some stickers for that. A camcorder with, might I also add, working tripod legs, a lamp, and a smaller lamp. Not to mention as well, something I shouldn't forget, also comes with those really cool sticking kind of vinyl slime. They're not really adhesive, so you can take them off and put them anywhere that you want. You get 3 of these. I've just actually kept them in the packaging for the time being. All right, so those are your contents. Substantial, yes, I know. Now let's cut away and we'll have a look at the Firehouse. Okay, so here we have the Firehouse. I've actually just got it on my turntables just so it'll be a little easier to rotate everything. But let's look at some of the cool details that are on this Firehouse. There's really a lot to look at. We'll look at those individually. How about the best place to start first is at the front door. I really like this. Very, very clever on Playmobil's part is that the door itself is made up of panels, and the panels are kind of clamped together so that they hinge. And because they're all independent, you can open and close the ghost door, or the Firehouse door there. And let me just show you how that works kind of from the side here. And we'll just kind of lift this up. So basically what it does is this whole track is going up the top here. Very similar actually just to a garage door, if you have a garage door in your house. And we can just pull that up all the way. You're probably also wondering, does it fit Ecto 1? Well, let me go ahead and grab Ecto 1, also released from Playmobil. And of course we want to have it coming in from the back so it can actually drive out. Just without hitting Janine, we don't want to just be driving back and plowing into her desk. We can bring the Ecto 1 to about there. You could technically bring it even further back if you didn't have Janine and her desk and everything set up, or you could kind of have Janine to the side here. But it does still seem to fit Ecto 1 perfectly fine. Even kind of cool to the fact that you can also have the car slightly peeking out, slightly sticking out from the front of the Firehouse here. Of course, it also wouldn't be the Firehouse if you didn't have the Ghostbusters logo, which has some sticker application on both sides. It would have been neat also too if they had given you the Ghostbusters 2 logo, so you could swap that out depending on which way you wanted to have the Firehouse. A little small fire hydrant also on the front of the Firehouse. Here's basically how I ended up designing the rooms. The second floor, there's a stairwell here and a stairwell here, so it gives you a total of 3 floors if you obviously count the bottom here. The second floor I've allocated for Egon Spangler's lab, which we will look at in a second. And then at the very top, I've got it just as the living quarters where Ray currently is hanging out with what appearing to be the library ghosts. That's kind of how I've got the setup here for the Firehouse. You can certainly, display it any which way that you want. I just thought that would be a good looking look for display. Right at the very back of the building, like I said, I've got Janine sitting in her chair. The desk doesn't seem to fit the monitor of the computer, the keyboard, and also the phone, unless I just kind of bring it slightly to the side. It doesn't. I wish it was just a little bit longer so you could actually have fit all 3 items on there. Again, I got Janine sitting on her chair. Right at the back here is the containment unit, which is a little harder to get in there and show you, but there's a lever on the side, and also this is kind of neat. I might actually I'll move Janine out of the way here just so you guys can see. This is kind of neat though. There's a little, basically just exactly like the movie. There's a little handle here that you can open up, the little containment unit, and you can't, well, you can kind of, there you go, you can fit the ghost trap in there. And when the light is green, trap is clean. Take the trap out, that closes up. You could somewhat pretend like you're locking it, and again, you can just bring the lever down, or you can bring the lever up. There's no real section to house the proton packs, so I've just got the one proton pack on the one side, and then I've got the ghost trap and PK meter on the other side. But I do really like that this actually opens. That's Again, Playmobil, doing it right when it comes to Ghostbuster stuff. At the side of the firehouse is one stairwell. Now, the runs of the stairs, you actually have to snap together independently. Of all the stuff that was the hardest to build of the fire hall, this was actually the most difficult, is putting these little runners together. Just because you have to snap them. You have to snap them on either side of one another. But you got the stairwell here, and a second stairwell right here. Of course, it also couldn't be the fire hall unless it had the fire pole, which they've included to the side here. And you can take any one of the Playmobil figures and snap him. In this case, I'm taking Ray. Snap his hands to it and bring him up to the top. Put him on there and slide him down. Slide him down the fire pole here. So like I was saying, the second floor I've got for Egon's lab. And there's Lewis sitting on his chair. Got the little camcorder pointing at him. Of course, telling us, oh, there's a terror dog inside of him. I've got Egon. I've got a couple of the little rolling carts that we looked at. And I've also gone ahead and put the lamp there and his little microscope at the top. Looks really good. For the top floor, I've got Ray's stance currently just hanging out there. I don't know if he's actually aware that the library ghost is standing right. She's right behind you, Ray. But I've got the bookcase. I've got just some of the frying pans, and I've got the pizza up there. I guess he didn't want to share with the rest of the Ghostbusters. The Chester drawer, and I've got the little lamp there. Oh, and also, right at the top there, right where my finger is. Let me spin it around here. Right where my finger is, you've got yourself the fire hall bell. The cutaway feature was a nice touch for Playmobil by having the one side as playability, and then from the front and also from the other side, you had the fully built, fully walled fire hall here. And again, we'll just kind of reach in, grab the door, bring it down. There's the fire hall. Again, a beautiful looking piece. Fine job, Playmobil, fine job. While I may not necessarily display it, I don't know. I want to kind of put this out on display somewhere with all the figures and stuff inside. But, I mean, there's really definitely a presence from simply just even looking at the front and the side of it. It looks something that I would have wanted as a kid. You know, Kenner released a real Ghostbusters fire hall, which for many collectors was like the go-to when it came to just displaying any Ghostbuster figures with a fire hall. I have to say, Playmobil has now retired, in my own honest opinion, has retired the Kenner fire hall by giving us something that looks like this. It looks really good, put together really nicely. The instructions are fairly simple and straightforward, and definitely has a lot of play factor going for it. Absolutely love it. Today we were checking out, look at the size of this monstrosity. We're having a look at the Playmobil Ghostbusters Fire Hall, which, as you saw, also still fits, manages to fit the very cool Ecto-1. If you guys like this video, certainly hit it with a like. If you also want to check out more Playmobil stuff, by all means, head over to my Playmobil playlist. You can check out the older videos that I've done as well. If you guys also haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, as I'm spinning around the fire hall, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that little subscribe button down below, and you won't miss a beat when it comes to future videos. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.